So now take the next topic, clustered. Okay, now see. So what is clustered and clusters, where you want to use and advantage of clusters. Okay, now you can check. Basically, clusters, okay, where you want to create means to improve the performance of joins. So whenever you need to implement in the previous classes, you can see in SQL classes, joins we discussed. So joins main intention is what now? Two or more than two tables will be joined and retrieve the data from multiple tables. So that is the concept of joins techniques. But while are you retrieving data from multiple tables, internally how the working will be happen? That means how the process will going to be happen. Is it directly your tables data will come to you into your client application, or else internally some work is done by your Oracle server? If it is done some work, the work is what? And how finally the data are you fetching from multiple tables by using of joins? Okay, now? So this is very important. If you know the internal process, there you can understand this clustered importance. Okay, now? Right. Now carefully observe. Generally, what it was happen in our database now, this is your database. Okay. Into your database, if I'm creating a table, like you can create number of tables. Every new table, whenever user is created, for every table will save under one data blocks. Okay. So that means if you created one table, okay, this table will save into one data block. This is, I can say, data block number one. Are you created? This is one more we can call. This is T1 table. One table is created. Again, are you created one more new table? Again, the table, what it will be happen? T2 table. So, are you created one more? So, for this table is also separately saved into another data block. Block number 2. If you created one more table, again the table will be go for table number 3, and now this is your table, and this table is also saved into another data block number 3. Like this, hundreds of tables you can create, and every table will be saved in such a way. Okay, now? Right. Then what is the problem, sir, here? Because every table is storing in different blocks under database memory. Then what is the problem? Okay. Up to here, if you keep like this, nothing problem. Nothing problem. So your table, whenever you want to retrieve which table data you want to retrieve, the table data you can call. Nothing problem. But when I'm going to retrieving data not from single table, I'm retrieving data from multiple tables, there is a problem. If I'm retrieving, suppose I'm sending my query request like this. If I'm sending, select star from T1. So I don't have any problem. Then this request will go to server. Server will go to that particular table. The table is sending back to client. There is nothing problem. But the problem where it is, sir, means that multiple tables retrieving, and that too by using joins. So how we can write the join statement? We all of you know how to write. How to write here? Select star from T1. I'm giving here inner join. What next? T2. Okay. Now I'm giving condition on T1 dot common column is equals to T2 dot common column, next inner join, T3 on T3, okay, T2 dot common column is equals to T3 dot common column. This is actually, we have a, okay, join statement. When this statement, if I'm sending to whom a database. So here the very important thing observe. Here, how many tables data are you retrieval? 3. T1, T2, T3. Okay, now with some conditions. With some conditions. So this request, when I'm sending to Oracle, what Oracle will do here, two requests you used here. One is condition number 1, one is condition number 2. Okay, now there are two conditions here. Okay, T1.cc is equals to T2.cc. Okay, next T2.cc is equals to T3.cc. Yes or no? These are the conditions we are going to be followed. Now, in this, as per first condition, T1 to T2, then your server will go to check first of all in the database, where is my T1 and T2. Okay, T1 is having in the which block? T1 is having in the data block 1. T2 is having in the data block number 2. So first finding your required table where it is. Now these two tables, as per your condition, it will be comparing first. After comparison, whatever the result will come, okay, those results, again, what your server will do, will save into another data block memory. This is data block number 4. It will keeping somewhere. Again, second condition will check. Second condition is what now? T2.cc is equals to T3.cc. Again, it was searching table number 3 where it is and finding the table. Again, T2 and T3, these two tables again comparing. After comparison of your second conditional tables, again that results will be stored into another data block. So data block number 5. After keeping the first T1, T2 table information into one more, T2, T3 information into one more. Finally, again these two tables are comparing. That means whatever the results are came, condition 1 and condition 2, again these two are comparing or joining. And finally, these final result of table will keeping into one more data block, that is called a data block number 6. And this final result sending to client. This is the internal process of your joins. Joins will not directly go to table and retrieve. It will be performing like this. So now in this scenario, can you identify my join performance will be faster, slower? Slow. Automatic performance will be degraded. Because of reason, this much process internally Oracle server want to do as per your request. After doing this, all the things, then finally it was sending to your client application. This is 3 tables. You just imagine if 3 tables are having like this, in real time, you are working 20 tables join. If you are join 20 tables and retrieve 20 tables data, this as per this logic, you just imagine how much time consume a process. Yes or no? Internally, how much? 20 tables means 20 conditions I need to check. This n table, n minus 1 conditions I want to check. My tables are 20, then n minus 1, how many conditions? 19 conditions. Here 3 tables, 2 conditions. 20 tables, 19 conditions. 19 conditions you have to check and retrieve. So that means you can imagine 19, 20 tables, 19 conditions. Each condition of result will store into another block. Like how many blocks? 19 blocks plus existing blocks. Existing blocks 20, and after 19, 20 plus 19, 39 blocks. After 39, again final result will come to 40th block, and 40th block result will send it to client. So this is very long process to do and send your output to the client. It's not immediately sending to you. That's why joins performance will be degrading when we are working on more number of tables. And real time, we are working like this. In real time, we are not working 1, 2 tables. There are working your at least 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, 25 tables you are working. So definitely in this process, if you comparing to that, definitely it was taking time consuming, and performance wise also your query performance will be degraded. Okay. And respond will coming very slowly from your server. So this is what this kind of nature is called as a, okay, this kind of nature is called as a, what is the nature? Non-clustered. So by default, every table will save in the database memory in which manner? Non-clustered manner. When your tables are saved or stored in non-clustered way, this is the problem. For simple example, to understand more easily, for example, there are 5 friends are there. 5 friends are came to Hyderabad. Okay. What these 5 friends are thinking, Arya, we will be stay individual rooms. So then they will be find out one a hotel or restaurant, lodge, something. So what these 5 friends thinking, we came some work purpose, we came to Hyderabad for few days, we have to stay here. So what they decided, they said, my room is separate, your room is separate, your room is separate, individually to take individual rooms. So these 5 people will go to hotel. Booking how many rooms? 5 rooms. If they are booking 5 rooms, advantage or drawback? Drawback. What is a drawback? Expenditure. Money wasted. Is there any useful? No. So what is the problem? First, money wasted. Second thing is what now? If we want to inform one message to these 5 people, then we have to go individually each and every room. Suppose your hotel, the waiter, somebody, they don't know your phone numbers or something. There is no phone calls, nothing. So they want to invite dinner or some lunch. What this waiter will come to you, each and every room, they come and knock the door and saying that, sir, come to dinner, dinner ready. Like that message, the waiter sending to how many rooms? 5 rooms. So is it time consuming? The message how you are getting fastly, slowly? Slowly we are getting. Because this waiter want to inform each and every room personally. Automatically, if they want to go like this, time consuming, your information you are getting very slowly. Okay, now expenditure. Okay, so these kind of drawbacks are there. There is no any advantage. So this is what we call, when we are staying like this is called a non-clustered. Separate rooms. Understand now? Now understand non-clustered? But the same, these 5 people, if they are intelligence, what they are doing, why should we want to take 5 rooms? And 5 rooms purpose, we have to pay 50,000 rupees per a day. Okay. Instead of that, can we take one room with a 10,000 rupees? Enough now? Yes or no? Yes. So now what it was happened, these 5 friends are staying in one room. What is advantage? First, your money is saved. Second one, if your waiter want to give some message to you, at one level, that message will pass you. Yes or no? Yes. So at a time, in the one request, your message will reach you. How many people it will reach? 5 people at a time. So now we see money saving, message also very quickly I can get my messages. Okay, na? So time saving also for the waiter. So now here what it was happen, when you have like this, then it is called a cluster. And of course your hostels are clustered only. Yes or no? In one room, how many people? 5 or 6? 5, huh? Is there any space? Otherwise, one person sitting on the bed, second person walking on the room. Yes or no? Otherwise, you say, hey, come you sit, I will walk. It will be like that, or some space is there. Okay, can we walk in the room? Huh? Otherwise, sit on the bed, one person. Like one poem is there in English. Okay. So, not like that now. So, clustered. So, cluster means what now? 5 people was sharing one room. 5 people was sharing one room. Who benefited? Huh? You people benefit. Yes or no? Huh? So, and hotel people also somewhat benefit. Somewhat. In which way? I think you are individual collecting now. Individual collected na money. So individual collector means who will advantage? Hostel management is advantage. How it is advantage? In one room, 10 people. A room में 10 people. So who will get benefit? Hostel management people. So their advantage. So that's why they created clusters. One room, 10 people. If you have a 10 rooms, 10 into 10, 100. 100 into 10, 10,000. Yes or no? So now this is what advantage to whom? Person. Yes or no? Who is that? Hotel management, hotel person, or that's what we call your hostel person. So otherwise, one room, if you keep it now, there's so much wastage of time. Yes or no? So individual rooms are charging amount, but so much a burden. Yes or no? If you want to clean, how many rooms clean? If you are all are having one room, how many rooms clean? Benefit now. So that is a business logic. Leave it. Okay. So finally, clustered means what now? Some group of people staying in one room. Okay, when the group of people staying in one room instead of individual rooms, definitely their money will be saved. Because if you go to individual room, cost of rent is increased na 6,000 or 7,000. Individual room I want it means in hostel 7, 8. So group of people 5,000, 4,000, 4 or 5,000. See, variation is there na. So now here, that is what. So by default, every table is a non-clusters. Non-clustered, this is the problem. That's why what the people will do now in real time, why should I want to make it our tables in non-clustered? We will make it what now? Clustered tables. Clustered table advantage is what now? All tables are storing into how many blocks? One block. But each and every table is already linked. Table 1 link with table 2, table 2 link with table 3. This linking, when it was established, means at the time of clustered tables creation level. At the time of creating a table, creating a clustered tables, at the time of cluster creation only, these 3 tables together joined and kept into one block memory. What is advantage to me? Now you can write. You will write your query request, same request. Select a star from T1. What is this? Inner join T2. And now I can give it on T1.cc and T2.cc. Next, inner join T3 on T2.cc is equals to T3.cc. Okay, now when I'm sending this request, what it was happen? These conditions are no need to check again. Why, sir? Because these conditions already we checked, we written at the time of cluster creations. That's why what it was happen. Again, not necessary T2, T1. or T1, T2 compare and give output, T2, T3 compare, give output, and that outputs keep into one more block and send. This is nonsense. This all are. So once you send this request, what happened? As per the request, your data taking from 3 tables at a time sending to client. Because already these 3 tables are joined. Joined and sharing how many data blocks? 1 data block. So that's why as per this request, Oracle server immediately go to data block number 1 and 3 table data immediately pick, take and send to client. Now see, time saving. Now your query performance, faster, slower? Very fast. Quickly, fastly, you can access your data from any number of tables by using of joins. This is what we called as a cluster. This is what we call cluster. So clustered advantage. That's why what the people will say, right? What is clustered? Okay. Write down. It is a database object. It is a database object which contains group of tables together, and sharing same data block, in database memory. It is a database object which contains group of tables together and sharing same data block in database memory. Okay, now? Right. What is the main intention? If anybody asks your interview, the main advantage of cluster is to improve the performance of joins. To improve the performance of joins. Next point. When we create clustered tables, we should have a common column name. Otherwise, we cannot create. Okay, na? Compulsory. Next. Clustered can be created at the time of creating tables. After creating tables, not possible, guys. Along with creation of table, possible. Okay, fine. Next one. To create a clustered or clustered tables, then we follow the following 3 steps. The following 3 steps are step number 1. What is my step number 1? Create a cluster. So syntax is create cluster and should give it a cluster name of, here I said what now? Common column name, compulsory. And after that, column data type. And if it is required size also. This is step number 1. Step number 2. Okay. Create index on cluster. For quickly accessing purpose, we need to create an index on clustered. So what is the syntax of this? what is the syntax of this? Create index name on. So you want to say clustered and clustered name. So next you have to go for step number 3. Now create cluster tables. Okay, now what is the syntax to create a cluster table? Now we can go for to create a table name as usual. You can send your column name 1, okay, and data type of size, comma, and so on. Like you can give any number. Then after you can tag clustered, okay, cluster name of here you can take a common column name. Okay, right. So these are the 3 steps you need to follow, guys. Points are clear? Completed? Hmm. Okay, right. So these are the 3 steps you need to follow it here when we created our clusters. Okay, right. So let me go for practically we can do this, how to create your clusters here. So come to your database now. So now MyDB 4 p.m. set page size, set lines. Okay, now come out and say first create your cluster. What is the syntax? create clustered cluster name. For example, emp underscore dept. With what I said, one common column. Suppose in this two table emp in dept, one of my common column is what now? Okay, dept number is which type? Number type. First cluster is created. So the cluster name is what? emp underscore dept, not db1. It's the name we are created. By default, data block 1. But here our created block is what? emp underscore dept. This is the memory allocating. Okay, na? On this memory cluster object, I'm creating index. Index name cluster ci on cluster name. What is the cluster name? emp underscore dept. Okay, fastly retrieving purpose. Next, I want to create a clustered tables. See, these tables at the time of creation on what we can say, connecting with your cluster memory. How it is connecting? Observe. Create table test number 66. Okay, na? Some ID, some name. Okay. So this is, otherwise I will take emp now. So emp 66 eid, and next one is what? E name, and next one is what? Department number is my common column. Okay. Then what we need to tag? Clustered. Cluster name is what? emp underscore dept. Okay, na? Cluster name. What is the common column? dept number. With the dept number common column, I'm connecting two tables. Okay, that's why common column is mandatory. If you're not maintain common column, na, clusters cannot be created your tables. Okay, let me check. Incompatible, something is missing. Check it out. Cluster name, column definition incompatible with the custom column definition. Department number, emp. Now check it out. Created a. So now you're incompatible. Incompatible means not matching. So now data type is not matching because my cluster data type, what I was taken? Number. So that's why same data type you are user. I'm using integer. That's why it is not saying incompatible. Okay, fine. This is one. One more table I'm creating. What is that? DPT 66. DPT number. Which one? Number data type. Don't take integer. Okay. Now department name. Varchar 2 of some size. Up to your table. This table is also I am adding to which memory? Cluster memory with the help of common column name. Now we can write now. What is this? Cluster. What is the cluster name? Underscore DPT. What is the common column? DPT number. Now we can go to check. So now these two tables are linked under clustered memory with the help of a DEPT number common column. Okay, now later I'm going to insert few records into EMP66. I'm sending now employee ID, employee name, department number 10, for example. The next one, 22, the name is Alan and 20. So I just said, so 2 or 3, any number rows you can insert, no problem. And now I can insert here DPT 66, values, department number, department name D1. Okay. Next, department number, department name is D3, D2. Okay. And this is also I commit. After committed, you can call your EMP66 table data and you can call DEPT 66 table. Okay. So this is finally, we are completely we designed. Now the question is, sir, created, we are telling like these two tables are having in the cluster memory and data inserted. But sir, how I need to confirm it? Whether these two tables are having in the same memory now or different memory now. how you can justify, how you can confirm it. Okay, let me see. For example, there are three students are there. The three students are coming to my class. Okay, now how I knows these three students are coming from same hostel or different hostels? How I knows? I'm going to ask them. Yes or no? I'm asking the student number one, first student. What is your hostel name? He's telling my hostel name is XYZ. Second student, I'm asking, what is your hostel name? My hostel name is ABC. Third student asking, what is your hostel name? My hostel name is MNO. What I want to understand? These three people are coming from same hostel, different hostels. That means these are clustered, non-clustered, non-clusters, because different hostels. Okay. Next, some more people came. Some more three students came. I'm asking same question. What is your hostel name? He's saying XYZ. What is your hostel name? XYZ. What is your hostel name? XYZ. What I want to understand? These three people coming from same hostel. So I mean these three students are clusters. Yes or no? Same as these are two tables. In two tables, two rows are there. Understand now? If these two rows, row IDs, remember now? Row IDs are showing same IDs, then these two tables are having in the same memory. If these two table rows, row IDs are showing different, then these two tables are having in the different memories. So different IDs, if it is show non-clusters, same ID will show clusters. Let me check. Let me check. Select what? Row ID from EMP 66. Two rows, two IDs. Same thing. Select row ID from DEPT 66. Now check. Both are showing same IDs or different IDs? Same IDs. Yes or no? So that means what I need to confirm? These two tables are having same memory or different memory? Same memory. This is the confirmation whether your tables are under clustered memory na non-clustered memory na. If non-clustered memory means these IDs are different showing. If you have a doubt, practicing level check. Okay, na? Right. Below write down. Syntax below. Take step by step. First create clustered index and table. And next one table create, two tables you design here, EMP and DPT. Now insert some records. Okay. Okay. Right. And the next one below, take one note point. If we want to conform the above two tables are in the clustered memory or not, or not. Okay. uh, then we check then we check the row IDs of two tables rows. Then we check the row IDs of two tables rows. Okay. If both the tables row IDs are same, then then we called as cluster tables, or else otherwise. Okay. Otherwise we called as, what is that, non cluster tables in database. Okay. Now you can go to test now. So what we need to call here, right now. Okay, now, right. So these are the cluster confirmation that whether my tables are in the same memory or different memories. Okay. And one more thing or one more way also you can see by calling off your statement select a star from tab. You can see this. When you call tab, you all of you know all tables list will be displayed. But here observe. Now see emp underscore which type of object? Cluster. In this cluster memory, how many tables we have? Two tables, and the two table ID is also given. These are 1, 2 is called as a what is now clustered IDs. Understand now? So here you will be confirmed that whether in my cluster, how many tables are there, what are those. So by seeing of select a star from tab, this is okay, your table name, tab type, clustered ID. See, in the normal tables, it doesn't show clustered ID. Yes or no? You can see product test number 4, 5, 6. Did you find out any clustered ID? Not at all. So that means these are all are which type of tables? Non-clustered tables, because individual, they are not in the cluster, they are out of the clusters. That's why it doesn't have any ID showing. But now you can come out here. Now just we created the two tables, and here also cluster type also I'm showing. So now it was showing here IDs. So wherever your table ID was showing in the cluster ID column, then confirm that the table is not a non-cluster. The table is a cluster. You can also confirm like this. Okay, now? Right. But now these clusters, whenever you need to drop, okay, generally, what is our syntax? Drop cluster names. We are going to be calling like this. But the same thing when I go for drop cluster, what is cluster name? EMP underscore DEPT. But here, remember what it was happened to drop like this. What it was showing error. What is error? Cluster not empty. That means whatever the memory you have that is not empty, in that memory we have is some tables. So that's why you can't directly drop or delete your cluster memory. Then how I can? Means that you must be add what is this? Including what? Tables. Then only clusters can be dropped. Let me check. Cluster drop. After dropping your clustered, just come out and see your tab list. Now you can come out. Do you have any clustered here? Any clustered tables or any clustered ID numbers it is showing? No. So that means once I drop, automatically your tables also dropping. In the cluster, whatever, how many tables are there, all will be dropped to you. Right down below. How to drop a cluster? So my syntax is drop cluster name, including what is this? Tables. Completed? Hmm. And the next, okay, one more small topic is text siding, analytical functions. Analytical functions. Okay, right. What is this analytical functions? So in our Oracle, there are three types of analytical functions are there. One is row underscore number function. One more is called as rank function. One more we called as what now? Dense underscore rank function. Okay. Difference is what? So observe carefully. Row underscore number function. This function is used for to generating your row numbers, and it cannot hide any row number in between the order. Okay, now what I'm saying here, it generate row numbers to each row wise, but cannot hide a row num or a row number, hide a row number in the order. Okay, na? So it cannot hide. Okay, na? Row number just passing to each row wise, row numbers are automatically generated. But in between your order, some row ID hiding, skipping, it doesn't happen. Okay, na? So that's why it doesn't hide or skip. Okay, it doesn't hide or skip. Okay, a row or a row number in the order. What about rank? This is different. These two are rank in the name only there. So this function is generating or assigning ranking numbers. Okay, na? For example, rank numbers, if I want to give my students in the classroom, on which basis I can give rank numbers? Student marks. So in a classroom, which student is getting highest marks, definitely the student will get which rank? First rank. Second highest, second rank. Third highest, third rank. Okay, like we are going to be assigning ranking numbers. Same as in a company. Suppose some employees are working. If I want to give rank numbers to my employees based on performance wise, you can give best employee of the year. Salaries wise, I can give who is the highest paid employee. He was first rank. Experienced wise also, I can give rank. Who was having more experience in the company? The experience wise also we can assign rank number. So rank function usage what now? We are assigning ranking numbers to my each and every row. Okay, now how it was assigning based on salaries, based on the students' total marks, based on their experience. Yes or no? So like this, I can go to assigning. But in the rank function, problem is what now? It was assigning rank numbers to each and every row. Okay, but it was skip hiding the next rank number in the order. Okay, now so that kind of hide skip is not done by row num, and row num is not related to ranks. It's just numbers will generate. So that is a separate topic. But rank function is generating rank numbers. So rank numbers, why it will give to your rows means that with the help of rank number only, we can understand that I want to give my first priority to which row in a table. Understand na? So rank, sir, what it was tell us? It was tell us the priority. Suppose in my class 100 students are there. Out of 100 students, I want to give first priority to whom? How I can decide as a teacher, as a faculty? I can decide who is the clever student. Who is the clever student? The clever student is my first priority. This is happening in the schools, colleges. Yes or no? Ah. So the priority was telling. So to whom I want to give first priority, to whom I want to give second priority, to whom I want to give third priorities. The priorities, how the people will decide it means the position of student in the classroom. And that positions, how we can give it based on their marks. Okay, we are giving some rank positions. Based on rank position, first rank student, first priority. Second rank student, second priority. Third rank student, third priority. We will give it. That is the advantage of ranks. Here also, in my table, there are hundreds of rows. But which row is my first priority to retrieve or to take? So that will decided by people by using of ranking functions, because I have a huge amount of data. I don't know what kind of data is there, what are the salaries are there, what are the date of joins are there. I don't know who is the senior employee, who is that first employee, second. I don't know. So in that cases, if you apply these functions on the table, it was clearly showing this is the first person, this is the second person, this is the third person, like it will be showing us. Okay, now? So in that way, rank functions are helping us the choice and the status of a particular row in the table, whether it is a first number one or number two or number three. Okay, like it will be assigning. But the problem of rank function is what now? Up to everything is same, but problem is what now? It will be hiding or skipping the next rank number in the order. Okay, so what do you say? Write down. To assign rank numbers to, or to assign same rank number, to assign same rank number to same values, to same value, but but it can skip the next rank number in the order. And now dense rank advantage is what now? Whatever the problem was existing in your rank function, that problem we overcome. So assign same rank number to the same value, but it cannot skip the next rank number in the order. Okay. For example, one small example I will explain, but before that, take a syntax how to use these are. So now, analytical function name, okay, over of here I'm using partition by class on column name, but partition by class is a optional. Then after order by and give it your column name, either ASC ascending, DESC desk descending, and close. So here you can send, okay, now what is that? Partition by clause is a optional, but order by clause is a mandatory. Okay. Now you can see, first, normally I will explain to you to get some clarity on this. For example, I'm taking your employee names and their salaries. On the salary, for example, we applied row underscore number function. And next we applied your rank function. Next we applied a dense underscore rank function. So what it was happened, sir, when we applied these three, the differences observed. Now A, his salary was 85,000. B, 72,000. C, 72,000. D, 68,000. E, like 55,000. So careful observe. Row num, what it will do, row number function, just as per how many rows in the table, each row wise one number will create it. But row num will not check like this, whether having same salaries or different salaries or same value or different value or not a check. Just a row number is created. That's it. How to create it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. These are just numbers, not ranks. Okay, now? But come to rank function. This is assigning ranking. Ranking, how it was assigning based on a highest salary to lowest. Now 85,000 is the highest. What rank? First rank. 72,000 is the second highest, second rank. Again, one more employee is also having 72,000. So again, we have to take what now? Second rank only, because if both students' marks are same, means that they are expecting same rank. Yes or no? So same. Okay. But the problem is what now? After 2 or second, what we expected? Third rank. But rank function will give 4. So is it skipper? Which one? Next rank number skipped. Next, what next it will come? 5. Same as, for example, you can see F, 55,000. Don't write this, is just observed, okay? Just your understanding purpose I'm taking. 43. Again, what happened? Row num will give a 6. This is 7, because rows are counting. It not checking data, or just rows are counting. But here you can see, what is this? 5. But what we expected here, 6, but it was giving 7. So what you understand here, for every duplicate value is occurred, or else a repetition of value is occurred, there itself one number will skip. Okay, na? For our language, whenever we have a duplicate values, whenever you have a duplicate values, for every duplicate value, there is one number will skip. Simply remember. Duplicate values, otherwise repetition of values. That's why in real time, people will not give priority for this function. They will give priority for which one? Dense rank. So dense rank advantage, see, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 4, 4, and 5. So now tell me, rank, dense rank, which is accuracy? Dense rank. Dense ranks will give accuracy, exact. Okay. So these are the differences. Got it? So now let me see. I will show you some examples. Don't write. So first observe query. This is our syntax. Is it clear? Now you can come back. Okay. Now I'm writing one small query here. Select EMP number, comma, e-name. Okay, now I will go for salary. I will go for salary. And here I'm going to use a row underscore number function. Okay. And which keyword? Over class. And here Partition by I'm not using in this example because it is a optional. So directly I'm going what now? Order by salary desk. Okay. That I will show as what? Row number from which table? EMP. Let me come out and see. Row number, what it will do first, your order by class will sorting your salary column in which order? Descending order. So descending or sorting, yes or no? Yes. And row number, what I said, it doesn't check your data similar or same or highest or lowest or not check. Just giving row numbers. How many row numbers will created? 14. Keep it this. Next one, if you come back here, in the same level, in the same syntax, I'm using what? Rank function. Then I will go for order by salary. And now this time I'm not showing as row numbers. I'm showing as what? Ranks and to execute. Here carefully observe. See, 5,000 first rank. Good. 3,000 both are same rank. Good. What next? So 3 skipper. Yes. Again 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, now you can see 1250, 1250, 10, 10. Okay. But what next? Skip. So not accuracy. That means when your table or when your column or table, if it is having duplicate data, then don't use a rank function. Rank function, when you want to use when my column is not having any duplicates here. If each and every value is a unique, then you can apply rank. It will give accuracy. But in case, suppose in your column, if any data redundancies are there or duplicate values are there, then don't use a rank. If have a duplicates, use dense rank. No duplicates, use rank. Simple logic, remember. But the same thing, let me see if I'm going to using what now, the next one, I called as what now? Dense underscore rank. Then after same as usual to execute. Now we can see, so 3002 to what next? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1250, 1250, 99. What next? 10, 11, 12. Got it? So now below write down. Examples or example on or examples. Otherwise, you can take like this. Without partition by clause. Without partition by clause. Okay, right. Without partition means each and every individual rows, we are going to be counting your row numbers and assigning your ranks. For example, sir, what is the partition by advantage? Okay, here observe. Partition means what now? Some groups. So now if I want to give my rank numbers, not individual, I want to give rank numbers to group of rows. Okay, now, so how it was, sir? Very simple. So this all I just take it now as an examples. Okay, and just I'm adding what now here? Partition. So partition by which class on which column? Department number. So here I will be place department number. So now what it was happening, you can see when I'm using this department. So department number data, column data will be doing partitions. After that, each partition of data will be sorting. After that, over first partition, sorting, over sorting of data, applying, assigning row numbers. So first execution this one, after this one, after this one. Okay, now. So first partition, next sorting your partition data, then after row numbers are allocated. Okay, let me come and see. So now in this case, don't write, just observe. Now I'm executing. Let me come out and see. First partition, tens, 20s, 30s. After partition, their values are sorting. Sorting up. Then after giving row num. Partition, sorting, giving row nums. Partition, sorting, and giving row nums. Okay, now this is row numbers, how to give it partitions wise. Suppose you need to give a ranks. You need to give a ranks. Okay, now then what we want to do? So salary in place of this, what should be? Rank function, partition, and here I just go to give it here ranks. Okay, now here observe carefully. In this case, what it was happen? Okay, now execute now. Same as, careful observe. Partitions, 10 partition, 20 partition, and later it will show ranks. 10 partition first, their data sorting on the salaries, ranks are allocating, assigning 1, 2, 3. Second partition, sorting, and ranks you can see 3000, 3000, which rank? First rank, because both people are having same salary, first rank. But what it was skipped? 2. That is rank function. Here also same partition, sorting, and both informations are showing which rank? Fourth rank. Next rank is skip. Okay, now this is rank function working nature. Now you understand now? Now dense rank. So dense rank I am using like. Dense rank, what it was say? Let me see. There is no skip of any value. It was giving accuracy for each and every partition wise. So first partition, second partition, and third. Can you skip any number? Not at all. 3000, 3000, same rank. But next, 2. 1250, 1250, same rank. The next, 5. So there is no skip of this. Is it clear? So now these are the rankings and ranking functions. Right on? Completed? Hmm. So these are the analytical functions. Okay, I stop it here and we'll continue tomorrow. And tomorrow, the backups, actually, it's not necessary for you, but you want to know how to take backups. Okay, no? So the backup and one more is a dynamic SQL. How to write a static query, how to convert into dynamic query. Okay, no? So these are the things. So backups, how to take database backups and query conversion. Okay, static query to dynamic. The small techniques, those are those techniques I will take. Maximum tomorrow we are spending 1 hour time. Okay, no? So come out and we'll be finishing that last part. Okay, right. Thank you. Thank you so much.